Welcome back to another tale from the Boardwalk Empire. Where we last left off with their heroes, they had just taken down the Sullivan brothers, ending with the unfortunate death of Mackie.
Yeah, it was Mackie.
We now head back to the precinct, where an alluring young female has just walked into the precinct, asking for Trazanos. Ah, yes, I'm here looking for Trazinos.
Who is sitting in the main room right now? Because I think I'm
All
off
of
doing
you.
paperwork stuff.
We're
Okay.
all filling out paperwork and
Let's actually let's bring it. Let me bring it up. There we go. That way we just have you all kind of sitting around. And yep, share record, and yeah, you all saw this lady walk in. No, I don't want to draw a circle. Boom.
question mark.
Yes.
Yeah, give it a second.
And now I need to lower your volume a lot.
Yeah, I put it back in my head now.
I'll just say you're all sitting around this table.
Yeah. Vol just kind of leans forward. It's like, I don't know anyone here by that name in particular. Could you give a description, perhaps?
Ah, yes, Trazanos. He is. Well, he should be your boss.
Well, he
Mortal.
doesn't go by that name, but he did just go upstairs recently. I'm going to turn to Meredith if she's in the room for the look of. You want to go get him?
Fine, I guess I'll go get him. Nice to meet you, Carly. Ah, Meredith, it's so good to see you again. Yes, go get Trazinos for me. And just for reference where you guys all are. And she walked into the doorway. You watch as Tracy walks down the stairs after Meredith ran up there and went to go get him. Oh, damn it. Language, Trazinos. How can I help you, my lady? It's been a while. Oh, no need to be so formal, youngling. I'm here to request your assistance in a very private matter. Look, I don't work for the council anymore. That was years ago. Years are but a blink in the lifespan of us. Yeah, no, Rocco's not here. He's the only person who would know exactly who she is. You can all roll a. What would be the best way? History?
Uh,
All is not good at history, but we'll attempt. 11.
I don't know if.
Maria's a little more tuned in, I'd say.
Okay, and Johnny, if you want to roll a history check.
Johnny doesn't bother.
Scan those
Okay.
data banks.
I'll ask the creator.
Beep. 404. File not found.
It says it will give me
Um,
somehow know
Maria,
all the fucking info.
You recognize who this lady is. This is Kulv
Biggest
Tara.
dickest?
She is one of the oldest living people in the city. She is an ancient gold dragon.
Biggest
Honestly,
dickest.
if she wanted to, she could probably easily get into politics with how much power and influence she actually. When you were working with the British, you had a dossier on this chick.
Hey.
Knowing like she is She really doesn't interfere a lot with mortal affairs. She's one of the dragons that kind of says like, we'll leave pretty much mortals to their own devices, and we don't interfere much, which is, kind of a benefit at your point in the organization's time. She is what little you do know is she's generally pretty aloof, but not confrontational. But most foreign entities treat her with a very high modicum
Wide
of
berth.
respect. Yeah, they really don't want to piss her off, because when she speaks, most other dragons that are alive will listen. There's few who are at her level. She's in the hundreds upon hundreds of years old. She's older than the United States. And
I'm
no
just
one
gonna-
really knows why she moved here.
I am
Certainly
going to
wasn't for the
promptly
weather.
Just stay quiet and keep. I'm guessing just drinking a cup of tea at this point, or coffee or something.
Yeah, coffee's a thing. Yeah, you can most certainly be drinking coffee.
Well, British look for things like "Hail, hail, Britannia!" Tea everywhere.
Candy rules the waves.
There's even word that she knew King George.
Ah, Mr. Purple Poop Man.
Yeah. And she sired many children, but no one is exactly sure how many.
Oh, so it's like Tiamat.
She's not at that level.
She's not
Oh, she-
that old.
Not
She-
opulent.
There
she's
is
not
rumor that
quite
she
a
might be a
great
descendant of Tiamat.
That's
Tiamat's not an
fun.
evil dragon in this world, but yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I will keep my peace until something prompts me that this information will be useful later.
Well, I guess I should introduce you to my colleagues, my lady. This is Killendel, Maria, Valdemar, and Johnny. Oh, one of those strange automatons. Tell me, creature, do you Do you
Electric
feel?
sheep?
Yes.
Ah, tell me, at what point did you gain an understanding of human motions?
That information is not known to me.
Fascinating. Well, again, I'm here on business. And she just kind of walks up to the table and she kind of pulls out a chair and sits down.
I just got back. Did I miss anything?
No.
Not really.
She just walked up to the table and took a seat and sat down.
Would you like some coffee there?
Oh, you mean those Brazilian beans that all of you keep drinking?
That is one way to put it, yes.
Oh, no, no. I
Understood.
I have no need for those things.
Of course.
Trazinos, I come here to request a favor. Uh, yes. You do know I work for the United States now. I'm not one of your lieutenants anymore. Trazinos. And you watch as she kind of gets this fang tooth smile on her face. You will always be one of my children. And don't you forget that. Everybody roll a perception check.
Do I have to?
Everybody.
My passive perception
God
is
has
22.
spoken.
Oh. Still roll a perception check, goddammit.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20.
Natural one! How?
You are very focused on your paperwork.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I watched my dice at like teetered between 20 and 8 and then just went once it hit the fucking corner.
I can hear fly fart
Hill,
to Brooke, but I can't
Johnny,
hear conversation
and
in front of
Maria.
me.
You all noticed that Trasnos kind of got a little bit nervous when she said that.
Okay.
What is it you request? Someone has stolen one of my children. What? Exactly as I just said. One of these mortals dared to steal one of my children. And I would very much like her back. I understand. Now, I was encouraged by the mortals that live within the city that I should not handle things the old ways. Uh, that would be very much suggested. So I'm leaning upon you as someone who I trust and is in a position to take care of these things. Find my child, or I will settle things my way. Yes, milady. Thank you very much for helping me in this matter. I expect to hear some news very soon. And you children take very good care of yourselves. And I wish you the best of luck. And she then rises up from the table and walks out the door.
Door is shut, right?
Yeah, door shut.
I think
Kill
we're all
just-
staring at Tracy.
Kill literally.
Extreme level threat.
Kill just shudders a
Yeah,
little
no,
bit.
yeah. Johnny, you are.
Extreme.
If you could sweat bullets, you're probably
Destruction
sweating
event.
bullets.
Imminent.
Just a
Kill
couple
just-
nuts drop off.
Kill literally
Like,
just
and
shudders.
Maria,
a li-
even you know what she means by the old way. There,
There'd be
The
no
fucking
everyone
dragon.
kind of lets. Everyone lets dragons not. They try and keep dragons out of as much affairs as possible because usually when they do things, you've all watched Reincarnated as a Slime. How afraid is everybody that Veldora would do anything? Just him walking around is kind of a big deal.
Concern, yeah.
Yeah, the exact
Well-
same scenario with this lady.
I mean, it's like walking around with a full auto Fat Man launcher
Yes,
with no safety switch.
if she wanted to, she could reduce New York to ashes.
She'd reduce the entire state to nothing. It's not just a baby dragon; it's big boy dragon.
Yes.
Everything in the tri-state area is fucking gone.
Yeah.
And
Who the fuck would steal a dragon? Who the fuck could steal a dragon?
You all just watch as Tracy's like, Mary, can I get some extra strong coffee? Yeah, it looks like you're gonna need it. Also, I hope the rest of you have life insurance. If this goes south, we might need to be leaving the city.
No standing commitments.
I have to make sure someone gets out with me. Because I'm not leaving her behind if that does go south.
All right.
Return to fucking Avengers.
So,
Outside of character.
what's
so Tony yet.
oh yeah, comics haven't even started yet.
Nope.
God,
Still
how would
couple
even comics work in this world?
I got a couple more years. I would say
They're
exactly
all
the
comics,
same.
but they're just for normal
Literally the same.
people.
It's the same thing. It's like
It's literally the exact same thing.
what were before comics? You had fairy tales and fantasy novels. You're describing heroic people doing heroic things. Doesn't matter. It's just different source material
Fantastical
available.
creatures and shit.
Yeah. Some of the more
Captain
powerful
America would
races would look
still
at
straight up
Superman and
work.
laugh.
You just be a Goliath.
Yeah.
I don't know. In this world, and the description of Superman as it grew,
He'd be a Githyanki.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
laser
I don't
eyes
know why.
flying, powered by the
But Larry
sun.
just said he's a Gith. I mean, alien.
He's a plant.
Plant Man. He's from the Feywild.
Sure. Well, so he's an Eldrin or whatever it is.
Yeah,
There you go.
sure.
You can just
All
make
right,
people more visually accurate. That's the only thing we've come to the conclusion of here.
Yep, that is
Okay, I
true.
think I've finally selected my next second level spell. So there's my spells filled. Don't need to look
You're
at
still
feet.
doing that.
Well, while you guys were dialogue, I was like going through, so I now have like 2 psychic fuck your mind abilities.
Yeah, fits with the Bard. Yes, continuing on. And you watch as Meredith hands Tracy a very big cup of coffee. I'm gonna have to radio this into the higher ups. If they don't already know. The Bureau is gonna flip shit on this. Fuck. You guys need a rest. It doesn't look like she's gonna do anything right now. To those of you who do not know, that is Empress Kultarov. She is what do you individuals know about dragons?
Is that another roll cue?
met a
No,
white
no,
dragon
no.
once.
And that's him talking to y'all. There's no check on this.
I'd say I know about as much as the average person. I met a white dragon once. He was kind of an idiot.
I've seen enough.
Yeah, the whites
It's like an impetuous child with the ability to level a city. It's a weird combination.
that's actually fairly accurate.
I know.
Not all
I do know.
not all of us are graced with
I
So
do.
you are
intelligent.
I do know there's a dragon that resides within the Catholic, within Roma.
Oh, that pompous asshole.
You know him?
Personally, though, I've heard him.
We've
Heard him by name.
I was asking.
it's weird that it's hard to explain to mortals. It's strange how we all kind of we know each other just by our existence. If I can explain it that way.
You know of the other's existence, but you don't maybe have a great read on who they are unless you actually meet them, I assume.
Correct.
Okay. And
I'm not that old.
I gathered that was your mother?
More
have to
like
talk about it.
caretaker
Okay.
is the best way to describe it. She's not. Dragons don't do.
She's not your
parenting.
biological mother.
You'd be hard pressed to find any of my kind that know exactly who their biological parents are. We don't mate the same way you do. It's more of a thing that we do, and once the deed is done, usually it's required of the female. Of course it would be. It's just a way of doing things. I have nothing against women personally. Mostly the mother takes care of the child. Some of us do the whole parental thing we learned from you mortals, but mine, not really.
Understood. I'm now.
But Kultarov takes it upon herself to kind of look after those of us
that weren't directly ways.
Yeah, she's kind of like. Think of her
Puts you on as a
as
ward,
you
kind
know
of?
what an
Godmother?
orphanage is, right? Yeah, she's the godmother, pretty much most of
Matron of
us
the order.
American dragons.
Mm.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you much of
Dragon.
yeah, pretty much.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
But
glad we came to
she
you instead of tearing up the city.
let's just say I'm one of the few that's I like you guys. And by that I mean mortals. You're fascinating. And you need help. The world's not kind.
Certainly not.
The war
Mhm.
showed that very clearly. And it shames me that some of my kind even helped in those atrocities. We should have stayed out of it. That was the original agreement. But
Mm.
even we can be tempted by
Sweetened words and a premise for glory.
more
Wealth
like
and
money,
power.
kid. More like money.
Yep.
There's a reason why you've never seen my hoard.
I have a feeling you wouldn't share it.
I'd kill you first.
That's kind of what I meant.
And he was like deathly serious. He'd very much kill you first.
I know.
But I honestly think of you all as more my horde. I like mortals. I like it. It's shameful to say, but I like collecting you. We're not objects. I never said you were. I know you're sentient
Collecting
creatures with your own
friendships and
lives.
connections and relationships, not so much physically collecting and putting in a museum.
No.
So different from steel dragons, then, if I remember correctly.
I am not one of those guys. They preach
type of-
about righteousness and justice. They
What
don't mean
type
it.
of dragon are you, if you don't mind me by asking?
Brass.
Brass.
Or no, bronze. He's bronze,
He's
right?
bronze.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bronze.
He's
Bronze.
gone back and forth.
That's how much do I know about dragons? It's just gonna. I know I said I don't know a lot, but how much do I know? Would I understand the differences between the colors besides
You
the
know
fact
there's a difference between the colors.
Okay then. Interesting.
All hero.
Oh, steels don't exist. Sorry, Tristan.
Mm.
Maybe later in this world's history, steels will exist, but not right now. No.
Maybe no one just
Yeah.
knows they exist. Turns out it was just the
More world
Germans all
crafting to
along.
do, Warlord.
Yep. Nor
The
do
Germans
crystal.
create the Nazis create steel dragons as a super weapon for World War II.
Boom. There we go. That's a future in the timeline thing.
Ooh,
Yes.
ooh, they create artificial dragons.
Yep.
That's right. That's
Oh,
perfect.
that's-
Oh, that's perfect.
Maybe that'd
Shit.
be gem dragons at that point.
Yep.
Ooh, let's
That's where
continue on
you get
because
the
now we need to get
gems
to
and the
that.
crystals.
Yeah.
God, you guys really want to get to World War II. We might have to bump this campaign up to
It's
World
just
War II.
fun. That's all.
Dude, it's so great of a setting.
There's so much potential. Yeah. Doesn't
Yeah,
mean this
well-
one doesn't have potential though.
No, it doesn't. But you know what? We might advance.
No, it doesn't
as
have
time.
potential.
No, it does have potential. It's just
Yeah.
we might start advancing the timeline towards World War II because I like World War II too. You guys can be a part of like Operation Barbarossa and shit like that.
Hmm. I mean,
Man.
there's a shit ton of operations.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. Continuing on. Yeah. But no, I don't like the Silvas. It's a dragon thing, and I barely stand my own kind.
Mm.
I respect Lady Colv because she's older than me. It's a primal thing.
Respect your elders. Exists among mortals too. Well,
It's more than a
sometimes.
respect your elders. It's she
Respect
could have
to,
killed me easily.
respect
Yeah.
those.
Even now. She
Respect
terrifies me.
respect those that could easily kill you just for the sake of it. I know.
Yeah, but you mortals, as you age, you lose your strength. We don't.
He gets stronger.
Yeah, I think that's honestly why appeasement has been the current policy with my kind. We're kind of left to our own devices, and I'm actually considered kind of a black sheep because I shackle myself to human law and order. But without law and order,
Nothing
what
but
are we? But
chaos.
space animals.
And nothing but chaos resides. You have to
Now
have
you're getting the point.
well, even as what I am, as a paladin because of my faith and such, even I have to have my own rules, what line I can cross and what lines I cannot. So
Exactly. Mm.
like
But
even those that are not paladin, we all have a moral compass, a moral code, what we can and cannot do by our own volition.
You're speaking into an order cleric.
Except until a cleric.
I knew there was a reason I liked you.
It's not. I thought it was because of the other thing, but you and I.
We don't talk about that, kid.
Well, I'm talking about a certain history.
That too. Unless you want to share with the others.
I
I
think
gave you my word.
if I
I don't
shared,
break my word lightly.
if I were to share it with them, it would be on my own terms. So I think they're ready for that conversation yet.
We all have our own history.
More
We're
than
all
others.
co-workers. Doesn't mean we
Suffice
need
to
share
say,
every
I'm betting
detail.
I bet for all of you. You wouldn't be here at this table if I didn't trust you.
Yep.
But with that aside, take the day off, get some rest.
I have a feeling
Tomorrow, we're going to have a lot of work on our hands.
Yeah.
And
Just
I've got a lot of calls to make.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to figure out who would want to steal a dragon, much less be capable of doing
There's
so.
probably a few groups out there that would.
Well, if
Like your
I mean, when we're young, we're
Vulnerable.
little more than animals.
big lizard. Do we
I
know
like
how-
you. Never say that in front of another dragon.
I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying that a newborn dragon is, you know.
Oh, we're highly intelligent. Don't get
Yeah.
it twisted.
I'm saying visually.
So yeah, no, we're small and frail. Hence why Clove takes it among. She likes us, and you mortals fascinate her. Probably where I got it from. But don't ever get confused. She does not think of you at the same level that she would think of us.
Well, given the direct
And she doesn't even
conversation
think
she
of me as the same level of her own brood.
Given her direct line of questioning towards Johnny, I definitely think it's a bit of aloofness, but understandable given the context.
Yeah, sorry about that, Johnny. She's not trying to be rude. It's just her way of interacting with others.
It makes no difference to me.
Understood. You watch as kind of Tracy leans over to all the rest. Does he wear the rest of you out too? It's like
Who did he lean to say that to?
he's like leaning over to you and Killendale.
What
Does
was
he
the
weird
question?
you
I
two out
didn't hear it.
too? Does he weird you out too? Like I sense nothing from it. It's weird.
I've known all sorts of people, and I've known weirder.
It's not as
I mean, I
bad
like
as
the guy. It's just,
it's not as bad as people of the cloth.
he's more alluding to the fact like when you guys have an innate sense of spirituality because of what you are. You get your powers from the divine. Johnny doesn't feel right.
He's disconnected, but
Exactly. He's something new.
yeah,
That's weird.
I
I mean, as humans, we are afraid of the unknown.
I
That's why some people of the mortal races do find it
Oh
interesting.
yeah, Johnny, you can roll a perception to hear what they're saying if you want. Because they
Sure.
are kind of looking at you, but like it's something you're used to at this point, though.
I'll make the check. Doesn't matter if
You're hearing bits and pieces of it. They are talking about you.
put it this way: he's not connected in the same way a living creature is, but that doesn't make him not alive in his own way.
But he does
I
still
never said he
have.
wasn't alive. He just doesn't.
Yeah.
He's also his own being too. You have to take that
Yeah.
into
He doesn't have a
consideration.
scent. Weird.
Yeah. Well, faintly of oil, but
Man, I mean that's what this whole entire city smells like.
it smells like more
You all
than
couldn't
that.
imagine how it takes a while to get used to this. Industrialization is the worst thing you mortals ever did.
I'll try working on a commercial cod boat. You'll lose your sense of smell pretty darn quick.
Kid, you should have smelt this place when the settlers first got here.
Mud flats and well, the trees would be pleasant, I suppose.
Can you believe people actually threw their garbage out in the street?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
Does
We
that
still
not
do-
bother
we s-
any of you?
Well, we still throw our garbage out in the street. We just then expect someone employed by the city to come and take it away from us.
That was the best. I voted on that one.
You voted on the garbage collection service. That had to have a vote?
You would be surprised what you guys have to do for litigation.
No, yeah, fair enough. That's not my area.
Granted,
Gracefully laces her hand.
Ah, yeah, Maria.
I know, because you took all your litigation from us.
And we won the war.
That we did.
Well, no, I mean, like, litigation as in, like, contracts.
Yeah.
Tiefling. Basically, daughter of demon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Then, yeah, no. Yeah, you're referencing something else. Oh, yeah, and yeah. He thinks you're meaning British, but yeah, you're meaning the other side.
Yeah.
But with that, I'll leave you all to your affairs.
Sounds like
Try and relax a little bit and have some fun while we still have this city to do it in.
Yep.
I'm still trying to pick a feat.
He's still trying. What
Pick
are
a
you
firearm
looking for?
expert.
Firearm expert. What stat do you
Gunner.
need to bring up to another tier? That's always the default choice.
My strength is -1.
What's an important stat for you? That's like one more point and it would bring you up a level. Here, best option is I'm gonna post this in just the there's a D&D channel. It's posted in here. This just has all of them from everything listed out. It's far easier to search for bonuses you might want and find it in there.
Be right back.
Welcome. Font of Magic. Where is that ability? Oh, yeah. That's
All right, back. All right. But yeah, with that, Tracy heads Trazanos, as you now know his real name, heads back upstairs, grumbling with a cup of coffee.
big cup. Well, anyone have any plans for the day?
oh,
Rocco says he's heading back home and gonna go say some words to his parents.
I'm probably also gonna head home, but Granted, my home is a little bit closer than anyone else's, more than likely. But you are, if anyone wants to, you are allowed to come with me if you wish to talk about a few things.
I live on the other side of town. I'm just. What time is it?
It's morning.
9-ish o'clock.
Yeah. Most of the events of the Sullivan case happened yesterday. You guys are just coming in and filing paperwork.
I'm actually going to go outside and find the nearest person hawking a paper. I want to see what page that wound up on.
You see a little kobold kid.
What's the latest?
Ah, yes, sir. Fresh paper.
Yeah? I take it from how much?
That'll be
I
10
don't
cents, sir.
10 cents, sir. All right, so that's a silver for the paper? All right. Toss him a silver. Start flipping through. Which paper did I end up buying? I just bought the first one.
You got the Times.
Oh, well, perfect. I got a newspaper that will only be respectable for the next 40 years. Let's see.
That was a dig.
I don't like any service that just paywalls themselves, which appears to be everything these days.
That's how they make money.
Yeah, it's almost like people find their news mostly through not going to the actual news now, which has
Strange.
mixed blessings.
Yes.
Very. You start flipping through. What's the news?
Some people are raving about the stocks.
In a good way, or
In a way that alludes to some events that might be happening in the future.
okay, we've got
We're gonna be
news.
scraping people off the floor.
Eventually.
I'll have to invest in a new scraper then.
Person scraper.
Well, there's not much once you jump off the 10th floor.
There is an article again by this lady by the name of Anastasia Folk about some events that happened out in what part of the city were you guys in again?
We were in the Bronx.
Yeah, you're out in the Bronx. About some gunshots out in the Bronx. Details are still out, but it sounds like there was a bust of a small crime ring.
Small
According-
one.
Small. There were 11 of those Scottish fuckers there.
Yeah, but they're short.
They only
Fair
count
enough.
for
As
half
of now,
yours.
nobody's claiming responsibility or claiming anything about this.
How long until Rocco's dancing in the street saying he did it?
10 minutes.
Mm.
I've brought the paper in. I'm showing it around at this point.
Yeah.
I think.
But yeah, you guys did
I'm
end up in
reading
the
this out.
paper again by the same lady.
Well, this is what we get for being the Times. They've got 3 reporters apparently.
But you notice that she wasn't in this individual Anastasia wasn't in the Times last time, so she might be a freelance reporter.
Hmm.
Which is
Meredith,
even
you don't
weirder
have a
because she's a
you don't have a
female.
ghostwriting career for the Times, do you?
I wouldn't read that trash if you paid me.
Fair. But that didn't answer
I
my
only
question.
read a good, reputable newspaper.
Which one?
The Pot of Gold. What else?
All right. Write that in my notes.
It's a Irish run newspaper.
Nice. Where?
Well, Kill gets up and pretty much takes off his equipment and walks downstairs and hands it to our dwarven friend down below,
Alexei.
Alexei.
Yeah.
And off the rifle, the
Uh.
belts.
I hear strange business upstairs.
Yes, we had an elder dragon show up. You would say
Which one?
the oldest, a gold dragon.
What is it? Kulinet or Kalatas, whatever her name is. Another giant.
Empress Kuva. Kuva.
Kolv. Kolv. What's her name? Kolv Tarath.
Otraf.
Oh, wait, that one? Oh,
Yes.
shit. There's shite. Ugh.
She talked to Tracy about a missing dragon.
Someone can steal a dragon?
Evidently.
Jesus. You boys might want to be careful. I'll look into seeing if I can scrounge up some goods if that's our next endeavor.
Tracy will fill you in once he's done a few phone calls.
Ugh, I think that boy's going to be upstairs for the rest of the day. Ugh, I might need a drink for this.
Well, you do that. And here are the weapons that you've, I think, commissioned for me yesterday, and
Not too many nicks. A couple of dings in your armor.
well,
I'll get it fixed.
a 3-foot tall, fucking Scottish.
You got your ass kicked by a Scotsman?
No, they're pixies, I think is what
Oh.
Maria said they were.
Well, that's understandable then. Well then, I'll
Evidently, they're eunuchs too, so. But.
Oh, that's a good one, Kate. That's a good one.
Well,
But,
the
Oh,
biggest.
they're not eunuchs. Fucking size of peckers on those fuckers would fell a horse.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they have balls.
I
Well,
mean,
they've got balls of steel.
Yeah.
Seeing as how small they are.
I'm pretty
they
sure the
jump
only
in-
reason he thinks he was a eunuch is because they're immune to bludgeoning damage.
I mean, like you saw what he did. Fucking, I just sat there hanging on for like the entire combat and just staring vehemently into your face.
They couldn't punch him. I fucking hate my characters.
Well, anywho, I had turned these into your living car, so I wouldn't lose them if I left. Plus, I really don't need a gun probably where I'm going. And since Tracy said to his team that we pretty much had this day off till he can get a few phone calls in.
Yes, you should enjoy your day off. I don't know what you do in your spare time, but
Got a few
hopefully it is something relaxing.
personal
I know I'm
matters.
going to go to temple after this.
I thought your
I
workshop
might
was
need
your
to
temple.
This is not the Holy Forge.
I guess I got that religion mixed up with yours. Okay. Well, I'll be off now.
Do svidania.
Love that dwarf. He's just fun.
You see Kill
Alright.
walk back up. He grabs his pretty much standard coat and whatnot. You don't see any weapons on him, and he goes for the door.
Are you gonna go to essentially dinner at Kill's place?
I've
Well, he's invited people. He's not too sure if anyone is coming with him. He does wait at the door.
At 8, so I'm gonna politely decline the invitation.
Yeah. All right.
I his hand up.
Yes.
I kind of want to go back to the priest and see what the aftermath internally was on that. Seeing as we kind of painted
Okay.
the wall with one of the people.
Hey, that's fine.
You want it back there?
Or even if it's just myself. I don't think Mr. Horsey's welcome anymore.
Where are you going again? You're going back to the.
He's going back to that parish.
He's heading back out to the Bronx to go and talk to his contact.
Well, that went poorly last time, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not by my choice.
It went poorly but favorably. It was a wheel and a woe, some would say.
Oh, yeah. Me, I've still not used that ability yet.
Mm.
Did I prepare that spell today? Did I prepare augury? Yeah. Best of luck with that. If you wanted a reading on it, gonna have to wait till tomorrow.
Mm. But yeah. All right. So who do we want to start with first then? Well, actually, let's do Valdemar since he's going to be heading heading to bed the soonest.
Well, I'm not. Yeah. Well,
Well,
I'm.
in story
Yeah,
wise.
I'm trying to think. I don't really have anything I need or want to do right now. I'm kind of hanging out. I'll go along with someone, but I don't have any individual. Vol's plans are going to consist of hanging
You know
out
what?
for
How
a
about
bit,
this? Everybody
going
head over to
lunch.
fucking Kill's place for dinner.
Sure. There we go.
There,
Sounds-
take the choice out from you guys, and then yeah,
You're
y'all can
going,
after
bitch.
dinner, or no, you're going for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's lunch over at the Elm Sprite house.
Sounds like it could be interesting.
Elm Sprite?
That's his
Mhm.
last name.
Oh.
As far as you know.
Well, I was just like, I keep automatically filling it to Elm Charger, and in the background is just like Elm Sprite. When did he turn into a pop?
This was before
The
Sprite.
newest flavor of Sprite. They gotta try and mix it up.
Yeah.
Centaur flavor.
I don't think Pepsi was, or Sprite was invented in.
No, it's Coca-Cola at this time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And still the
and
good Coke with all the
small
fun stuff
drug
in it.
shop sodas.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The shows are
yeah,
all various flavors.
yeah.
The soda's probably still considered a medicine at this point.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just something we imbibe in, as I take a sip of my Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
So,
All right, continuing on.
everyone's going to Kill's place. Or Killendale's place.
Yeah, you all head out and close up for the day. Meredith gives you all her typical due.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then from there, you walk a couple of blocks, and you start to see as it gets more to like a kind of.
Residential.
You all notice he lives in a pretty decent neighborhood. Like, it's not like super rich, but it's definitely not poor. This is like middle class.
I checked that, but I do not comment on it.
Yeah. All right, Killendale, this is your scene.
Kill opens up the door and walks in. Well, I'm home. And I have some company. They are friends, so.
Oh. All right, 1 second. And you watch as this lady walks from what would appear to be the kitchenish area.
Waifu! Tristan, I have corrupted you satisfactorily enough. I am proud.
That's the best picture we got until we can get one.
Yeah, the other ones were like super. You know how hard it is just to find a centaur in non-armor?
Or non-NSFW for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
There's that too.
Especially when
Kid
you
is your
want them
friend.
to be anime, as apparently you did with that.
I didn't really want them. I was trying to look for something
There's
realistic,
not a
but
non-anime option.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. There was nothing but monster girl waifus. That's all there were.
Welcome to the
You're
internet.
welcome.
Yeah. Welcome to the internet. Take a look inside.
Oh dear. I haven't heard that I haven't heard that in a long time.
But
Oh, Burr
anime,
Burnham? Yeah. Like he summed it up very well in that song. Okay. Back to scene. Ah, hello. Nice to meet you all. I take it you're my lovely husband as she walks up and gives you a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
Living the
Coworkers,
weeb
yes.
dream.
yes.
She's a bit shorter than him. I'd say maybe a head shorter. Kind of lording over the rest of you, but well, except for maybe you, Val. And actually, no, none of you are short. Are you?
None of us are tiny this time.
We're at eye
Yeah,
height.
no, she's
No.
about yeah. Kill, how tall are you?
I am 7'4".
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kill's
she's-
tall.
Yeah, he's tall, and she's a head shorter than him. So she's
Like
you
my
all are
height.
kind of tall too,
She's,
but
she's around 6 foot or so.
yeah, she's like 6'2".
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's
I'm
kinda
taller than
taller
her.
me.
Yeah. I hope my husband is not giving any of you any problems.
Nah, he's been definite asset to the group. I reach out, shake your hand. I'm Vol, by the way. Voldemar.
Nice to meet you, Valdemar. I'm Norel.
Lovely.
This
to meet you as
is the tiefling is Maria, and the automaton is Johnny.
Tiefling. Nice to meet you. Man, you sure work with an interesting group of individuals.
I'd like to insight check her. That sounded sus. What does she think of tieflings?
Okay,
She,
insight.
She went a tiefling. Ooh. 19.
Did I check that too? Or is that
Yeah,
just
you can. Go on ahead. Most
an
certainly.
insight?
An insight.
I ain't seen shit.
Nah, you're just like, man, this is a nice house. I wish I had a place like this.
Well, seeing as I
Is this-
came in
this
by
is the
train
first
and I'm
floor, I
basically living
assume?
out of a backpack right now.
It is
yeah.
like right now it would be like a super expensive New York townhouse.
Like proper New
So
York brown.
more than
Got
one
it.
bedroom. Got it.
Oh yeah, there's more than one bedroom here.
Like
This
3.
is upper middle class.
Are we past like 100 square foot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
How
This
you
is a
can't have-
townhouse in Manhattan, New York.
Dude, I lived in a fucking closet my sophomore year in college, and I still had 212 square feet. There's
Yeah.
barely enough room for a bed in that.
No, this is an actual home with space.
Hmm?
Which you're like, yeah, no, yeah, you live in a decent. Kill. This is a step down from what you're used to living in.
But it's still better than the alternatives.
It's better than you're not in the slums.
You're not in downtown Manhattan. Ugh.
But yeah, no, this is upper side, but not like super upper crust.
It's nothing where Rocco's family is, more than likely.
No, you're not in that part of town. Rocco's family lives in a very different part of town than you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Continuing on. Oh yeah, to answer your insight. You get the sense she might have a lot more of those more religious views.
Got it.
Like
Grand-
Kill, are you Catholic?
I have an angel from the Abrahamic faith, so yes.
And
Yeah. Yes.
aren't centaurs from Greece?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Greece and Latin.
It would be Orthodox Church.
that
Eastern
works.
Orthodoxy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Which Eastern Orthodox turns into yeah, it's still major church territory. So yeah. Yeah.
It's the big split of like Christianity and Catholicism.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. He follows more the Vatican faith. Yeah, so
Orthodox
yeah,
is the non-Vatican one.
Non-Vatican. Okay, so non-Vatican. All right, cool. I'll remember that. All right, non-Vatican, but still big part of the.
Clergy.
You're not quite Protestant, I would think, right?
Yeah.
Because Protestants were more England area.
It's like a side thing. Catholics.
Yeah,
Catholics 2,
yeah,
Electric Boogaloo.
yeah. We'll go with. I'm just for simple simplicity's sake, Catholic. They're
Mhm.
Catholics. Explains the large families, but not quite Mormons.
What happens in Utah stays in Utah.
Exactly. So yeah, she is. You're getting the sense that she's a Catholic, and you know about faith. You know how people kind of get about people of devilish descent. It's basically a walking embodiment of the devil. It doesn't look like she's gonna treat her rude, but she's like, oh, a tiefling. Okay.
She's cautious, but she knows that if Kill is working with her, she's not bad.
Yeah, exactly. She's not like your family.
The conversation never stopped. I made this assessment. And it just
Yeah. Okay, so continuing on. All right. So I guess you're all staying for lunch?
That was, I believe, the plan.
All right. Well, I guess I have more to make.
If you need me to run out and get some, I'd be happy to.
Oh no, trust me. We've got plenty. But no, make yourselves at home. Turn on the radio, enjoy yourselves. Honey, go ahead and get out of those clothes so we can get ready for lunch.
As you wish, dear.
Wow, wow.
Why has he got me naked for lunch? I mean,
Well, he is wearing
No,
his.
what kind of lunch did we get invited to?
No, those were his work clothes.
I know, I'm joking, but it's just like.
You should be technically wearing underclothes.
You did notice, like in the foyer, there's like a rough area where they can like stamp off their hooves because they don't wear shoes.
I brushed off my feet when I
Ignore
walked
the
in.
picture.
Yeah, that is dumb. That is really dumb. And now that I've noticed that irks me on so many levels. Oh my
I
god!
knew you hadn't noticed it yet.
Oh, fuck,
I
she
gotta-
got shoes, don't she?
Yeah, I'm zooming out of that. I am not seeing that anymore. That is not
Crop
going to be
the
a thing.
image. Crop the image.
I mean, I can't imagine those don't exist in this world.
They're called horseshoes.
They are not horseshoes.
I mean, they're centaur shoes.
God. No, they would not
Are you
wear.
being speciest?
Yes.
They're like a fucking stocking.
In my
but
world,
not-
centaur don't wear fucking leather moccasins around their hooves.
3 weeks ago, we had a whole conversation on centaur anatomy that lasted about 2 hours after the session ended. So,
Yes.
And now we discuss our fashion choices.
centaurs are really just becoming the theme of this campaign.
They're a fascinating thing to like try and rationalize in real life. Minotaurs are a lot simpler. Oh, they would just wear normal clothes.
Just big. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, continuing on. Yeah, you notice the furniture is a bit bigger. There's not really chairs. It's more. There's places to sit, but it's more designed for centaurs, so they kind of more sit on the ground,
I find a
or they
comfortable spot
stand.
to
Yeah. There's like, think of it more of like
Is there carpets
Middle Eastern.
anywhere? Yeah.
Yeah, there's carpeting. Like it is soft on the ground. Like it's actually softer than the carpets you guys have, which might be because they're centaur and they would lay on the ground more often.
Mhm.
That and I don't live in this kind of a place.
Yeah, no, you live in wooden floors.
Yep.
Yeah, they have carpeting.
And with my perception, I can hear everything in that building at all
Yeah.
times.
It's quieter than your apartments. You're noticing that,
Mhm.
like, which is kind of a little weird to you. It's like, wow, no one really makes a sound around here.
But you do
Huh.
hear the clopping of hooves on the floor.
Yeah, you hear like killing his wife moving around, but Like other than that, like there's not much. Like you do think you could probably hear some kids moving around. Like this is a nice neighborhood. Like he lives in a pretty good place.
That's for sure.
And you're all sitting around and enjoying yourselves and kind of listening to the radio. They're talking about the current ball game. There's a lot of talk about this. Oh, I need to look up something real quick. Give me 5 seconds. Nope, not born
I'm
yet.
still looking through feats.
No, you're fine. Nope, he's not born yet. I was gonna bring up word Jackie Robinson. He's born in 1919. Well, he was born, but he's 2-year-old.
Yeah.
So no integrated baseball leagues yet.
Nope.
Are the Giants playing? Or it'd be the Yankees, wouldn't it?
Ooh. I guess it would be Yankees. No, damn it! Now I gotta look that up too.
No, I think
we're gonna say Yankees.
it
We'll
would
say
be
the
the-
Yankees. But yeah, baseball is kind of big on the radio right now. There's a couple of news broadcasts and stuff like that, and some radio shows.
Both the National League and the American League are from. Well, the National League is 1876. The American League is 1901. The teams were around.
Yeah.
I can actually get you a year. The New York Yankees joined in 1901.
Okay.
The New York Mets joined in the 60s. So.
Yep. So the New York Mets or the New York Yankees are playing right now.
Nice.
That's the game that's on. You guys kind of there was a minstrel show, and you guys kind of turned the channel. You're like, no, I don't think any of you would actually listen to those things.
We've got like 4 stations to choose from. Actually, we've got like 8. There's more.
There's a bit.
This is the golden age of radio, or it's going to be in 10 years. So there's radio.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on.
Ooh, I know something really dumb. What's the weather
What?
like outside?
Light overcast.
Like stratus clouds?
Yeah.
You can bounce and get even further transmissions.
It would also
Yeah.
work better if it was night.
Mm.
Yep.
AM radio, where you can hear Soviet number stations from New York. Not
Yeah.
yet, but
Close.
Getting to that point.
you can.
Well, no,
actually
the
still hear
technology
them.
probably went a little bit faster in this world, so yeah, you could be getting
Yep.
some international
And they
radio.
would be Soviets now because revolution happened in 1917.
BBC America we'd get because they're in New York.
Yeah, there is actually
It'd
there. Y'all do hear one newscast talking about what's happening in
The
now.
Bolshevik
Yeah.
Revolution.
Yeah, the
That's what it
Bolshevik
is currently.
Revolution.
Mhm.
And
First one.
yeah,
It's not the Soviets.
if y'all want to
yet.
comment about that, there you go. There's some things for you guys to talk around about. Especially you, Valdemar, because you're from that area of the world.
I am from Minnesota, but I have a lot
Yeah,
of history at sea. But yeah, I think I wrote him as he has dual citizenship. But
Yes.
yeah.
I like to think when they're talking about the Russian
I'll
Revolution
never
stuff,
quite
I'm just sitting
understand
here
how people will willingly give up
fact-checking.
what they have, what they stand for, and really everything just for the sake of equality that is a lie. I guess people believe what they want to believe. Oh well.
Wow, no one's gonna comment about that. Come on. I'm giving you guys some conversation starters.
Kills in the kitchen.
No, Kill, you came back out. You're sitting down with them. Your wife shoos you out the kitchen.
You're not allowed to cook.
You're not a cook by any means. And she appreciates it. Like, honey,
But
I
you're
love
not gonna
you, and
fuck
you're
up
trying
a
to help
meal for
and take care of
guests.
your guest, but you're bad at this.
You don't fuck up a meal for guest.
Especially your work
Yeah,
friends.
your coworkers.
Yeah. Remember, social circles are a lot more tight knit at this time period, so
Yeah.
good impressions are a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you smoke, you could bring out some cigars. Smoking indoors is not a bad thing right now.
Mm.
Pretty widely practiced.
Yeah, it's actually more socially acceptable to smoke indoors.
Yep.
Smoking on planes.
Kill does
Not yet.
have.
Commercial airliners are not, but smoking on Zeppelins, yes, because they don't suffer from the same.
I thought we figured out that they were
Well,
starting
so
to
okay,
rise.
fun fact. So the British first flagship ship Zeppelin, which I might need to check the year if it's already crashed. It crashed on its main voyage. It had a climate controlled, isolated smoking room aboard.
Exactly. Smoking is the thing to do at this point in time.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
this
pretty much
is-
everybody smokes at this time period. So yeah, you're all smokers.
Yeah, Vault does not smoke, and he will subconsciously move
Whoa.
not far away, but maybe a few inches away from whoever starts smoking near him.
Oh, you're not a smoker? That is weird.
Mm-hmm.
That is very weird.
Ironically, because I'm a smoker in real life, or technically a former smoker, because I just vape now, which makes me worse. But
And I vape too, so I know your point.
it beats the lung cancer. Hopefully.
Kill, what do? Do you do a cigar, pipe, or cigarette?
Cigar.
Okay.
I did type that he grabs a cigar from a humidor.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah, because you've
you
got
actually-
one of those.
Oh
in this
God,
house.
he's got
You
a
absolutely
humidor.
got one.
Yeah, he does.
He has access to the higher ends.
Which you guys would notice, like, he doesn't look like he has that kind of money. How the hell is he affording all this?
Yeah, no,
You
it's one of
guys-
those things.
You guys did hear Tracy and I talk about something.
Yeah,
So
you could broach the subject. It's not entirely rude to kind of find out who you're working with. AKA, talk about something, you fuckers. Jesus.
You're the one who made us go to fucking dinner. I did have something we were going to do. But fuck you.
I wanted to go
What do
piss
you
off
guys
a
make
priest,
about
but
this?
here I am.
Well, I guess our
Hmm.
next case.
well, our next case is going to be more likely whatever Tracy has us doing with either.
Yeah, but I mean, let's not completely disregard what we saw happen to this morning. Fuck.
There's some things that we do not know about, but we do have more light on that subject.
Certainly.
But again, stealing an infant or an egg from a dragon would be. It'd be like career suicide.
It would be more than career suicide.
Well,
It's
Here's the
A
thing.
little note for you guys. Y'all know, Maria, you especially know the value of dragon parts.
yeah.
Like the organs and whatnot.
Everything,
Traditional Chinese medicine.
except it's real. A lot of nations would
Shit's
do
real.
Yeah, they would do a lot for a dead dragon. Or a live one.
Probably even
What's the
more for
latter I'm more
alive.
curious about?
Fuck, dude. I'm going to keep a journal and start writing down everything that could happen in 20 years. Every little.
Dragon parts are worth a lot.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Kulturov takes care of young dragons. It's not just because she's a good, kind person. It's also because
They need someone old and powerful just to make sure no one.
yeah, the more powerful of their species around them, the less likely people are to do dumb things like this.
But that also begs the question, how the fuck did they get by her?
Hmm?
How the fuck did they get by Kultaroth?
That's a good question. You'll find out later.
But continue on.
I'm just patiently awaiting. I'm just sitting.
Hmm.
Uh, Rhea, you got anything that you want to talk about?
Not
Bill.
really, no.
It's a slow day, I guess.
Yeah, it's a slow day. All right.
happens.
Narelle comes back in and she's got a large platter full of like sandwiches, and I'm not sure exactly what all of you eat, but
If it's
here's
food,
some.
I will eat it. But that looks wonderful.
Yeah, it is. These are some nice little sandwiches and stuff like that. It's pretty. There's She also brought out a
Brunch at the
would it be
country club.
a decanter.
Decanter, yeah.
Yeah, decanter of some pretty decent looking spirits. Kill, this is the good stuff.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, yeah. And she lays down around the little eating area around the rest of you as well. So, um, Kill tells me you're all working for the bureau.
That is, well, I'm sure he's told you more or less what we're allowed to say about the work we do, but yes, we've all kind of.
How does it actually work now at the current date?
Hmm?
I don't know
What
if
was-
there's that kind of lockdown on personal share.
It's
Not
more.
really.
It's
Yeah,
more.
not this day and age. It'd be more of a person decides I don't want to share things with my loved one, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you don't want to worry.
Kill,
her too
I'm
much.
not trying to fill in for you, but you pretty much share a lot with your wife, so she
Mhm.
knows pretty much everything you guys do.
Yep.
That nasty
been,
business you boys and lady had upstate. That was a necromancer in this time and age.
Wasn't there for that.
That was.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We'll have to figure out
Oh,
who's
yeah.
responsible for that eventually, but luckily we eliminated the altar and the local supply of corpses, though the latter doesn't necessarily sound very appealing. It's it's honestly, with all the things going on in the city, it doesn't surprise me we don't have more running around. It's a big place
I
with a lot of.
mean, back when I was a child, you never would have seen something like that.
Yeah. Where I grew up, people who went off to the woods to practice magic were hanging out with fae and, druids. They weren't raising the dead.
Exactly, like. Oh no, she wouldn't say like. Like isn't a term people use. Exactly my point. These things, they just don't happen in this time anymore. Shameful.
Well, we also aren't like in the old days of the 100-Year War or many of the ancient wars have passed, crusades.
I'm sure necromancy is like a legitimate weapon to a lot of nations during times of war.
It is, but it's also a
Very
it's one of those
sayings that the convention now covers.
yeah. No more undead armies.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there were plenty in the past.
100-Year
There
War.
was some not that long ago.
The
I
100
mean, why
Even
pay
y'all
for
have
an
heard about
army when you could just
You
raise
gassed
an
a
army?
regiment,
Yeah.
and then you resurrected all their bodies. Yeah.
Oh, that's
or
so
the Civil
horrible.
War. Civil War was also probably pretty bloody on that too.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason Gettysburg isn't a national landmark right now. It's kind of a warded off area.
Oh, that's concerning, but also cool.
Yeah, people don't. Major war sites.
Only nature lives there now.
Yeah, no one goes to Gettysburg. Same with Antietam. No one goes there.
Antietam,
Yeah.
and there's and
There are a lot.
Yeah.
there's probably also a few
Antietam,
Suffice to
places.
say, the
Shiloh,
North and the
Gettysburg,
South did some
yeah.
really fucked up things to each other. Even more so at this time.
I imagine the ones that happened near major cities like Fredericksburg, they cleaned up the mess eventually.
Mhm. Oh yeah, the major cities were taken care of first, but out in the out in more of the yeah,
Rural.
nah, yeah,
Be careful where you go camping in the Appalachians.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Not even to bring up the fact that
The U.S.
the Native
military.
American sites
And also,
of horrible things that happened.
yeah,
Hauntings are a thing. Like getting an exorcist is considered like an exorcist is actually a legitimate trade.
you best also have a couple paladins standing by just in case.
Yeah, no, you can contact
Also
like
people like
contacting
me.
the church and getting your house cleansed is considered a very normal thing to do.
Hi, Ghostbusters.
Exactly. Yeah,
Busted
Ghostbusters would.
makes me feel good.
Yes. Shut up! I hate you.
Best song. Best fucking song.
Oh God.
Fuck it, I gotta play it now.
Continue
I can
on.
get the music
And
button.
the,
So,
Hmm.
and you watch as she kind of looks you over, Kill. Like, I thought you said you were going to take care of yourself out there. You've got a couple of bruises and stuff.
Well, when you have a 3-foot tall, drunk, Scottish pixie, it's kind of hard not to get a few bruises.
What on earth is a pixie?
A short Scottish man that's blue, incredibly strong, doesn't like to be punched, and pretty much perpetually drunk. There were like 8 of them, I want to say.
I
Oddly
thought you
enough,
said
all
you
of
weren't
them
going to get hurt doing this work.
I thought so too, but complications happen. We
He made
can't.
out all right.
I mean, compared to the other guy,
Well,
What other guy?
one
are
of
you
the
referring to our coworker, or
him
what
and the
happened as a result of said coworker?
well, both.
Yeah. Let's just say the arrest went mostly successfully, but we were not
Heavily
able to take them
south.
all in alive.
But at the start, it went horribly south.
Oh yeah, it was just me in there for a while.
Yeah, until we heard the
Why
bell
would-
toll.
Why did you leave him in there by himself?
I told him to go.
Why
He's
would you
not
go
here.
in there by yourself?
Well, we didn't go in by ourselves. After that, I couldn't hear anything, which for me is a surprising turn of events. Turns out they
Oh
can
my
become
God.
invisible.
Oh,
Yeah, I forgot to
I made a
mention drunk Scotsmen that can turn invisible.
I thought Tracy said he was going to take care of you.
We didn't know what we were getting into, and it all worked out. I'm. Is there any open flame in the room within a short distance?
I don't know if they have the fireplace lit. It's the middle of the day.
Yeah,
There is a
do-
fireplace, but
it's not lit.
it's
We
got
all
stones around it for embers.
We all have our own strengths to bring to the table. Kill is quite adept with a blade. Decent at shooting. I'm more of the arcane focus, though not an arcane student in the same context. Johnny, he, unfortunately, there wasn't much he could do in that engagement besides manhandle them, which did work. We all have our own strengths to bring to the table. Together, we found that we can work quite well as a group and keep each other safe, even when we're going into a dangerous situation. We'll make sure he comes home. You could trust us.
Will you take care of my Killy? You understand?
I do.
All right. How's the lunch?
Oh, this is wonderful. Thank you. What am I eating? I know it's a
Like
sandwich. What type of sandwich?
deli bologna.
That's fine.
Like no like kosher like
Oh, you went to the
high
good place.
end.
Right,
Yeah.
Oh, the good
It's actually
stuff.
like just a good pastrami.
Yeah.
Oh,
This sauerkraut.
This is like good deli meat sandwiches
Yeah, there's a good Jewish deli
with the
near me,
with the
so-
crust cut off. Like
Oh, it's on bakery bread. It's all.
yeah, like fresh bread. Like
Mm,
this lady made some bomb ass sandwiches.
nice.
I'm just sitting over here like, it's good.
I will actually be able to stick around longer, by the way.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, I guess with that, lunch is done.
We can probably still talk, because normally after a centaur-sized meal, you guys.
Yeah, no, this meal was. You noticed Narelle and Killendel ate a lot more food than you guys did.
I've seen Kill eat breakfast before. This doesn't surprise me.
No,
Man can scarf
you're,
down
you're
like
more
4
surprised. It's like,
sandwiches.
where does all that food go on her? Like, Kill's buff.
Maybe or
Go straight to her tits, like all anime women.
She may weigh like 400 pounds, but she carries it well. On 4 legs, so it does work.
Yeah, that's true.
well, actually, she would be heavier than 400 pounds.
Yeah, she's close. She's close. Like average weight for them is probably around about like what
18.
a ton.
1800.
Yeah, 18.
Kill
yeah,
is a
1800
little bit
pounds.
over a ton.
Yeah. Good luck dragging him out of anywhere. You'd be better off probably leaving him where he is.
I have a drag weight of only 380 pounds, so
Yeah. If you all work together, maybe.
If we had a Goliath, it probably wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
What, Johnny? What's your strength?
Johnny?
What's your strength stat?
Say that again. I can't hear you.
What is your strength stat?
16 now.
16 now. So if you go to what tab is it? If you go to your inventory tab, it will tell you your maximum lift, push, drag weight. What does that come out
yeah.
to?
480.
So you could probably move Chill. That's a different person I know. Kill.
Yeah. 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 It would take about two of you, but you
There's
can
some like
move
special bonus for being like an automaton or being a warforged, I think, or something.
him. It might be.
Yeah, you're powered by hydraulics. You're good.
We'll say yes. He could probably move him.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
It's a different time of strong.
He just grabs a leg and starts walking, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess with that, yeah, we can call lunch there.
Yeah.
That's lunch.
Well, thank you very much for.
Yeah,
you were
got it.
saying. Well, thank you very much for having us over, Narelle. It was a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well, Val. Now, remember, you're always welcome here. Knock first.
Of course. I'll keep that in mind, though I won't. I'm not one to drop by unexpectedly. So.
And take care of Kill. He's
We will.
impressionable.
What magic do I have with me?
You just really want to use prestidigitation.
I don't know. I'm just like thinking, like, is there anything I could do to signify that point? But none of my all my spells would either be ridiculous in this context or not visible. So we're good.
I mean, if you really want, I could drop Shatter right in the middle of the room.
I mean, I've got freaking inflict wounds. I could do 2d12 damage to something.
Oh, I do have Nathir's
actually,
Mischief.
that would be 4d10.
I think one of them has like some weird.
No, we're good.
Don't tear up Don't tear up the Elm Stripe house.
That's like locate object today. I don't know if we need to find something.
If I roll a 1, everyone in the room becomes charmed by me.
Except for me, probably.
Yeah, that's true. You probably resist it.
Yeah, I'm not immune to charm effects, but I have advantage on all wisdom saves and a wisdom of 20, so.
Yep. All right, I guess continuing on, what did the rest of you want to do today? This is y'all's downtime. I'm other than the hey, everybody go sit down and go to lunch.
Well, I wanted to go bother the priest again.
Yep, you want to go bother the priest. Val, if you want to go along for that.
I'm back.
Might be wise if I come along for that, given the context of the last encounter we had.
Kill, I'm probably say you're gonna stay at home for right now. Yep. And Johnny, you said you wanted to do something.
That this is not pertaining exactly, but where did we say that Tesla staying? That's not
Upstate New
pertaining,
York.
right? Upstate. We got any
Mhm.
particular location?
Somewhere in the
Uh,
Hamptons.
yeah.
Somewhere where?
Tesla Labs is up in the Hamptons. We'll go with that.
All right.
I don't know where any of these places are.
Well, the Hamptons are Long Island. Did you say he's upstate? Maybe he's in like Buffalo or something. I don't know. You can decide.
I'm staying with the
he's-
Hamptons.
Sure.
Tesla Labs is in the Hamptons. Super rich area. A lot of people want to live around Tesla, mostly because he's got all this amazing technology.
A fucking waterfront property or waterfront section of the fucking land.
Is there waterfront in the Hamptons?
The Hamptons
The
are
Hamptons
just
is an island chain.
along the coast, I think.
It's like
Okay, then yeah,
it's like a
yeah. There's
chain.
some waterfronts up there.
Where the wealthy people from New York go. I've never been.
Yeah, it's like past Long Island.
It's
It is
also
like
guarded by a couple of Titans. Not like actual Titans, but like Warforged Titans.
the bigger
that's
ones.
scary.
Tesla's not completely stupid.
He's not dumb. He knows what people will do for any ounce of his knowledge. And there.
All right.
But yeah, no,
And you
I wanted to
Yeah.
go to. I was looking for something that was very specific. We're in Brooklyn, so or
No, we're in
no, we're
New York.
we're the Bronx.
Well, you're not in the Bronx right now. You're in Manhattan. Or Lower Manhattan area.
Oh, Lower Manhattan. Okay, perfect. Then Darnie is gonna take a trip to the Bronx and go visit a place.
Yep.
Okay.
I live over there, so I'm already on the way. Or this. Wait. Oh, I'm not going with Johnny. I'm going with
Maria.
Yeah, going Maria to go talk
All
to
right.
the priest.
Let's do Maria and Val first, and then we'll do Johnny. All right. Maria and Val, you both catch a train back out to the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
Before we start this out of character confirmation,
Mm-hmm.
the guy that Mav eviscerated was one of the guys we were trying to capture, or was he someone else?
Yes.
Yeah, he
Okay.
was one of the Sullivans.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Tristan.
Now red paste.
Yeah, he's in a morgue.
Well, most of them is.
Well, he
over
can't come
there,
back
up
from the dead. His
there.
head's gone.
We can make him a better one.
No. If the head is gone, there is no resurrection. You can't bring a body back. That's actually one of the assured ways you can ensure that someone's not coming back from the dead. Blow up the head. Or destroy it.
Anyway, continue.
Continuing on. So you guys take a train and you're back in that or around about that exact same parish. Excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Just had a little bit of frog in my throat. You take a train back up to the exact same parish as the priest resides in, and you head over to the church. Y'all did take a stop by and pick up some meds from Maria,
Mhm. Of course.
and you're back at the same door.
We're opening the door. Take bottle. Chug bottle.
He's not in the back room.
Oh, so we just open the door and go straight in?
Oh, you're opening. Oh, you're knocking on the door. Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
was saying that I was taking the medicine now before entering.
Okay. All right. My apology. You knock on the door, and you wait a couple of minutes.
Knock on the door again. Open up, you fucking godbother.
After a couple more minutes, the door opens up. Oh God, it's you again.
Should just
And
close the
because
door.
I didn't bring the horse.
Ball just kind of
Oh,
waves. Like
you
I'm
mean
I'm standing back. I'm letting her have this conversation. I'm there in case things go off the rails.
Except for
brought
the
another
amount
one
of
of your
shit
boy
I'm giving
toys
him.
today, I see.
What was that?
Brought another one of your boy toys, I see.
Not really.
Huh.
He just
Well,
kind
at
of
least
wanted to hang around.
The last conversation wasn't necessarily the most fluid. I figured I'd be here to smooth over the rough patches.
And who the bloody hell are you?
My name is Valdemar Dahlgren.
Never heard of you.
That's the idea.
All right, then. Well, come on in. Can't have you sitting out here and talking. A right fine mess you few made up.
Well,
They're
one
gone.
man's one man's mess is another man's street cleaning.
You're lucky you got to him first.
Thanks for the advice, by the way.
Now, what brings you here?
Actually wondering on a couple things. One, anything pop up from the family about sudden disappearance of two brothers we took out?
Well, a lot of people are upset that they lost out on some money.
Well, they're always going to lose out on money.
Yeah, but those boys had a right little price on their head.
Yeah, you could shift her around on some other poor bunch of fuckers. There's no shortage of them around.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm an upstanding member of this parish.
Oh, I know you're. That's why we're talking.
I have rights, you know. This isn't the old country.
You had rights there too. Most people just didn't care.
Why
on
do I
who-
even talk with you?
Depends on whose rights. Given your location in the country, I'd assume you had some issues with the British overlords.
They can fucking go fuck themselves.
I dealt with people on
It's
both
more
sides.
he
of the
had
border
some more
many
fun with
times.
me dealing with MI6.
Oh, well, just go ahead and tell them my entire life story, why don't you there, lass?
Hey, you weren't fully in it. You just were very convenient in getting around.
Oh, God. I'm a man of the cloth now. I am a good, honest citizen.
Yeah, that's why you're really good in smuggling shit.
I only help those who are in need. And that is all I have to say on that matter.
I can't even make the Nazi joke because it hasn't happened yet.
Shut up.
Jesus.
Oh. Oh, God. But, yeah, I see your friend isn't bringing himself around here this time.
Yeah,
That's why I'm here. An
he's having
alternative.
some family moments.
Oh, they found him already.
Oh no, don't care really. Dinner
Yeah,
was
the kind
nice
of
though. Preferred there was more meat.
Oh, you don't even know. That's adorable. You don't know what a little bit of a hornet's nest you kind of kicked over there, do you, lass?
But we'll probably find her out at some point.
Well,
Shit tends to hit the fan around here.
ha! It's already hit the fan.
Oh yeah.
You might want to watch yourself around that one.
Well,
No, I really don't care what too much happens to you. But, by
but
the
besides
grace
from
of our
that
Lord
one,
and Savior, I would like to at least say you might want to be careful around that one.
Why do you say
Bad
that?
things usually try to follow people around to deal with him. If you catch my drift.
duly noted.
Insight check.
I want to know if he's being honest here. $16.
Oh, he's
Should I
telling the
roll it?
truth.
Okay.
He's very much he's actually doing a genuine good thing. He's warning you guys that kill is dangerous right now. It's not telling details, but he's saying he's dangerous.
Yeah, I'm gathering that.
You should probably warn that boy if he's your colleague or something of that sort.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I would say if I was an individual of his entourage, as they like to say.
Wasn't exactly what we came here to also ask you about.
What else do you need to know?
Well, you know how you're always bitching and complaining about how all the sinful ways are going to bring fire and brimstone down on us?
Well, I mean, this is a pretty sinful place, but that is the fault of man, and we're all born with an original sin.
Some more than others, looking at you.
I at least repent for my misdeeds.
I at least know I'm going to be warned afterwards. That
No, then
said, so for your fire and brimstone protection might come a little sooner than your great book says.
What do you mean?
I would not get into too many details there, Maria.
Oh, I thought we were all good and friends as you bust into my back door every 5 minutes.
There's a difference between asking for information on gangs and dealing with information that could have grave consequences if it got out into the public and caused a panic. Suffice to say, there are forces at work right now that we are tangentially connected with. Not our fault, certainly, but I don't know. If you've got a reason to be out of the city for the next week, it wouldn't be the worst thing you could do.
Why would I?
Go visit the
What do
Vatican
you
for a couple
know?
weeks.
Well,
I know that if
why?
we don't succeed in the task we're about to set out to complete, there could be some large-scale problems.
Land
So,
value is going to go
What
down
the
really quick.
bloody hell did you do?
not us. It's what we're trying to stop from happening.
Okay, all right.
What I would like to know is if you've heard anything about a. Fuck, I'm trying to think of how to word this correctly.
If you want to whisper it to me before you say it to him.
Yeah, y'all can whisper it to each other.
Or,
Yeah.
no, you hear my voice in your head say, what are you trying to say? You can reply just mentally.
Okay. I was going to say, like, something along the lines of, has he heard anything through his connections or any part of that family thing of someone who's either suddenly disappeared or it sounds like there's some kind of large movement of goods, quotations.
You're obviously asking about trying to find information on who might have stolen a dragon.
Yeah. Who would have probable cause or look very suspicious at suddenly just dropping off the face of the fucking planet and or may have something that they're trying to move.
Yeah. You haven't lost any, I am now saying this to him. You haven't lost any more prominent members of your local or broader congregation as of late, I wonder.
I've personally not, and none of my congregation has lost anybody of important other than the two
Mm.
lost souls that apparently you had a hand in.
Well,
One's a little bit more lost than the other, right?
one
now.
of them is lost to whatever god he believes in, and the other is lost to the Justice Department. So honestly, he's even more lost, I'd argue.
Oh, trust me. Once that boy gets to Rikers, he's gonna have
Hmm.
a good time.
Well,
I will be there to administer his repentance.
it's an important role to fill, Father.
It is what we do for our flock.
Indeed. Without
On
showing
that note,
anything that
send my
can give
Now,
regards to
are
Mr.
you?
Trooper.
What was
I
that
shouldn't
question?
even be saying this. Are you referring to apparently? Pardon my language. This is gonna make me offensive to some people.
Mm-hmm.
I did hear word that there's, if you can believe the damn thing, some Negroes have got an auction coming up.
Slavery in this day and age?
Not that type. Slavery's been illegal for
I know.
what, 30 years now.
What sort of
Wait.
auction then?
Uh, the type that if you can get your hand in, apparently it's going to be worth more than, well, suffice to say, some members of my congregation and some of their associates might have a place there. Does this have something to do with what you're talking about? Everyone's been
Depends.
kind of hush hush about what's on the block.
Something that would be worth killing for?
I would never
Not
have
saying
anything to
you,
do with something that.
someone would find worth killing for. And after all, you're not involved in this auction. You're
Well,
telling us
suffice to
hearsay.
exactly. You're a good man. I like you. I like you better than the other friends she brought around.
Hmm.
But yeah, I I would have to say there are some very powerful individuals going to this auction, and whatever's up there for sale, though, it's even beyond me.
Strikes me as unlikely you'd be able to acquire us entry, so I won't even ask. Do you know where it would be held?
I don't even know where. This is the type of thing that
You hear about but don't personally find worthwhile.
mm, I would never be caught dead in a place like that. I might not be the most.
Place like that, so you know a place.
I don't know the place per se. It moves around a lot.
Do you know who's running the auction? You said Negroes, but does that mean you know names?
All that's what the boys have been saying.
Hmm.
They're,
Understood.
suffice to say, a very prominent deacon of my church is very intrigued about what's going on here.
Hmm. Well, let's just say, if what's on auction is what we're looking for, it has better not be sold by the time we find it.
If
Otherwise,
is it that dangerous, there, lot?
I don't think it itself is dangerous, but I think another interested party could cause quite a stir. But I think that's where we'll have to leave it for now. If you hear anything interesting on the subject, suffice to say it would be beneficial to yourself, any friends and family you might have in the city, and your congregation for you to let us know.
I'll keep that in mind.
I'm gonna. Is there like a piece of paper around somewhere?
Oh, you should
I'm
have a
assuming it's somewhere.
notebook.
You
Notebook.
also have like your
In a
business
notebook,
cards and stuff like
I'm
that.
gonna I'm not going to give my business card. I am simply going to write my home phone number because I have one, and and not my address, but actually the address to the precinct. It's like if you have something urgent, you can get in touch with me at that number, provided I'm home. Otherwise, anything you have, feel free to send it anonymously to that address.
No offense, sir, lad, but the only reason I'm even talking to you is because of that girl right there.
Aye.
I'm aware on that. But I'm saying,
But if I have anything to share with any of you upstanding members of society,
Like the good
I'll
priest
let the
you
last
are.
know. I hate you. I hate you so much.
Love you too.
well, Father, I think it's best time we let you prepare for the evening mass.
I guess you're a man of the cloth then.
No. Some faith, yes, but well, I know the schedules.
Well, we all find the Lord in our own special way.
Indeed.
It is only my job to guide people to the right path.
Best of luck.
Roll a deception.
Roll deception check. Oh yeah, I do need
Yeah.
to do that, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Deception. I got +2 to that. It's not horrible.
I have the best deception out of
13.
everyone.
He believes the fuck out of what you're saying.
I didn't say anything suspicious. He doesn't know.
Yeah, you did.
I said I know the schedule, but I'm not a man of
He
the
found it a
cloth.
little weird, though. That's like
Phrasing,
he's
sure,
not a
but-
man of the cloth, but he knows a lot about our stuff. Okay, all right. Well, if there's anything else I can help you with, I guess officers is what I would call you.
Agents, perhaps, but
Well, agents, whatever you. I swear, the old country was a lot simpler. If there's anything else, I've got business to get back to.
of course.
This parish won't run itself.
Peace be with you, Father. And I'm gonna go to leave, I guess.
As I'm going out the
And-
door. Hey, Papist, do you know if there's any good kosher butcher nearby?
I know of one, Maria. We're in the Bronx. This is my
You
hometown.
want? Why? Why do you do these things?
This pastrami is delicious, Father. I know the place. Let's go, Maria.
You go on ahead and eat your heathen meat.
How is it heathen meat? It's just pastrami. Pastrami
She said
transcends all
she asked for
creeds.
kosher.
Oh,
It's
well,
Jews. He is Roman Catholic.
yeah.
I did it mostly just to fuck with them.
I know.
And partly
Yeah.
too because tieflings eat mostly meat and blood.
Yeah. Once we're outside and we're walking back to,
Yeah.
I guess wherever, I'm gonna be like, Maria, how's your head doing?
I'm about ready to fucking punch through a brick wall.
All right, let's go find that deli then.
And with that, scene cuts over to Johnny.
All right.
Ch-
Lumbering tank walking through the street.
He's a man.
I'm pretty fucking. I'm more nimble than like all of you. I'm pretty
He's
sure.
a machine on a mission. As he
What is
walks through the crowd, weaving in between like wind amongst the fields of grass. Sorry, I was trying to set up like in New
Yeah, no,
Orleans.
we don't have. Yeah, I don't think we have a rogue this time, so I am the nimblest motherfucker.
Do you have a disadvantage? Oh yeah, you're a monk. Yeah, you don't have a
He
disadvantage.
is
on
nimble
stealth.
as fuck.
Very nimble robot.
19 dex, motherfucker.
You're like a fucking death. You fold up and stick to the ceiling too?
I got a +6 stealth that I just haven't been using either.
Oh man. Yeah,
It's
why
like,
didn't you sneak into the bar the other day?
Because that goes against how I'm playing. I got the stealth bonus, but it's like, that's not how I want my character to be.
I have +5 to stealth.
I
Well, yeah,
think
you're-
I've got like a +1.
Alright, let me
Yeah.
go
Suffice to
these
say, not
pages.
all of you are really stealthy, but a good chunk of you are.
I'm not stealthy.
It's actually surprising that you guys who are the most like, who are honestly the more like, the situation has hit the fan. This is my role. Are more of the stealthers.
Yep.
I mean, my backstory is I'm a spy. My key
Yeah.
things are deception, medicine, perception, performance, and stealth.
Yeah. Honestly,
I
I
don't
was
know why I get
hoping,
stealth
I
in
was
this.
thinking, you were gonna be up in there doing a lot more of the space talking thing, because you are a face man. Well, woman.
You're a fucking centaur. I don't know how you can be stealthy in the slightest.
No, Maria.
No.
Maria is not a centaur.
Kills in the chat.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Hey, have you ever seen a cow sneak up on somebody? It is possible.
They're quiet. Well, put it
Mhm.
this way: if you're in the woods and you're hunting and you hear something moving, it's a squirrel or a mouse.
Yep.
They're the only loud fuckers in the forest. Everything else moves with almost no sound.
Including
True.
elk.
Yeah, no, an elk or a deer, they will fucking sneak right up on you if they can't smell you.
Yeah, I'm a 6'6" monster machine. And I'm the
But
quietest,
super quiet.
best. I'm the
You never
quietest
hear.
They
bastard
got like
of the team.
incredibly good shock absorbers and like rubber padded feet.
You
Yeah.
don't hear him moving. Like that's
Yeah.
actually even more unsettling part. Is like, you guys have never heard Johnny like actually moving.
Pretty sure the only
Surprising.
sound we've heard him make is
When he
touching things
speaks.
or speaking. Yeah.
All right, back to Johnny.
All right. Well, Johnny's gonna take. I am eventually going to head back to the Tesla estate. I feel like it should be like a. I don't know. We need to work that out. But I'm thinking it's
No,
like
we can do some stuff here. All right, so you're going to the Tesla estate.
Oh
All
no,
right.
no. That's gonna be like
Okay.
the end, and we can work out that in a future, like what. Like
There is
like a
I have a
weekly trip.
storyline set specifically for the Tesla estate, just not
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it's just something Warforged go to probably for checks and tunes, and after that combat.
Oh, there's
You
smaller,
get into your
smaller
local Infinity dealer.
Yeah, there's smaller little artificer shops for like maintain, because there are actually more than just Warforged automatons around.
Oh
like,
yeah.
like even you could go to a Ford dealership and get some work done on you.
Ugh. I gotta
I
deal
don't
with
think he'd
Ford.
trust the Ford dealership.
Hey, he wouldn't really trust the Ford, but it's like a machinist of some kind. Yeah, there's machinist shops everywhere. You might even
Yeah.
know one on hand that you could, or maybe you'll meet one and we'll make an NPC for it.
But I think it needs to be like this once a week thing.
Hell, even
Head to
Alexi could fix
Teslas.
you if it became that much of a necessary. But
Yeah, if it was like a fucking desperate.
oh no, he's actually really good at his job. The
That
man
doesn't
is
matter.
really good. But yeah, no, for a trust level, continuing on your scenario.
Yep. So before heading to the Tesla estate for a check and probably a chat with, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
it's
know. We can
rare
work
that
that
you
out.
would specifically talk to Tesla.
Oh yeah,
Like,
not talking to Tesla specifically.
Yeah, you're not.
Well, actually, no. Probably to share info about events.
okay, so all right, you head upstate.
No, like I said, that'll be that's an after thing, but we can do that in a minute. I want to do at least a small little thing.
Okay,
that
go
I
ahead, do
spent
your
time
small
looking
little
up.
thing.
So Johnny takes oh god, what? Not buses. What the fuck are they called? Trolleys?
Yeah,
Is it like
trolleys, buses
streetcar?
are a thing right now,
Are they?
and
Streetcars.
trams.
Trams. Yeah, trams. All right, there. And yeah, we're in the Bronx, so that means we go. That means the trip goes. Yeah, it goes up. Yeah, it goes through there because that's how you. Yeah, back on there. Yeah. So I drop on a tram and I take and before I get all the way to Long Island to start the final trip up to what do we say, Hamptons? I take a short stop in Brooklyn at a little park because it's very soon after the war, and there's been some news that oh shit, There's been a new little memorial built. The first one in New York City
Mm-hmm.
at Saratoga Park.
Okay.
Johnny walks through. It's in this nice little park. It's like a mixed Italian neighborhood. No particular reason, but being the first memorial, Johnny goes up and just looks it up and down. Being so fresh after the war is not. It's uncommon to see anything like this so far. Don't know if anyone has anything planned. Only feel.
No, this is your scene, dude.
Yeah.
This is your part of the episode.
Yep. And I start scrolling through. And Johnny starts scrolling through the names, seeing if he recognizes anybody. Because nobody else knows. Because I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I say you recognize a couple of names.
Yeah, nothing particular. I might have. I wouldn't say anything
I would
personal.
still say
nothing.
feelings are a bit new for you.
Yeah. Well, we need to work out the whole that.
And that's what scene development, character building
Yeah,
sessions like this are for. So,
Yep.
For the overarching knowledge of
say
at
we'd
least
be-
the evolution of your intelligence and sentience as a creature, it's
I would say
it's
probably like
strange that your people are developing emotions, but it's a very muted sense,
yeah.
and it's something no one has a reference for.
Yep. It's sort of a new phenomenon and a lot.
So there's
And
no one to really help you with these things. Like,
Yeah.
you're processing things pretty much on your own.
And a lot of my, especially
Which is
like
a very
upfront,
honestly, it's a very sad existence, but
yeah.
it's
And a lot of my upfront memories right now that we discussed originally
Mhm.
is a lot of war memories. I don't do the rest of the party know. I don't know how you introduce the character because remember I wasn't. Do they know that he's a war bot?
I don't remember being told this. I gathered it from this discussion you've been having here, but no.
Okay, all right. So so the party has no idea then. Uh-oh. War died.
Well,
Give him a minute.
shit.
That hotel internet. He's gotta love that hotel internet. But yeah, I don't think
I don't remember you
technically
telling
the
us
only
about
person who
that.
knows is like Tracy.
Yeah, he's.
We never
Yeah.
really worked out exactly
Tracy-
why. We
I
never worked out exactly why. There we
Uh,
go.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, I deeply apologize about that.
Don't worry about it.
you're fine.
Can't even blame Cox this time.
Nope, I blame Go Wi-Fi.
Hotel internet. You tempting to resolve. But yeah, I don't. Tracy hasn't shared that info.
Nope.
Did we ever? What was the reason for Tracy like bringing me on, or was that just sort of like he introduced me?
It was, I would say it was more of a, he got your dossier and was
So
like,
he has the war portfolio.
yeah, he knows exactly what you've done. And it's up to you to share that information at AKA whatever you want it to.
Yep, that'll be some writing.
I mean, I literally said I wasn't really hiding it at all. That you guys could find out what the hell Kill has in his Call of the Mysteries.
Oh, who just connected?
It was
Oh.
That'd be a ghost.
Hey, Ghost.
How are
I do
y'all?
have a I do have a moment for you, Ghost, if you could actually do it. But if you're unable to, hello?
He's on
I'm
Oh
on my
God, you're
phone.
yeah.
Oh,
figured.
okay. We can just
Yeah,
chat,
you might just
but
want to
it seems
listen
like-
right now because I do have I do have a thing for you here in a bit.
I don't think I'll be able to do anything because I'm just now leaving work.
You're fine, dude.
And
Yeah.
just
You
make
can
sure
listen
you're,
in,
like,
though.
You're good.
still in the plane somewhere.
No.
Just
The
doing D&D stuff.
B-52 is up in the air. Finally.
Good job.
You got the buff
Good job.
flying.
Yeah, that
Hate yourself,
bitch took off. That bitch took off a lot easier than a B1 did.
Well, it has such
Like,
a
holy
You got
shit.
bigger wings.
Well, like that was fucking ridiculous because we had to. Warlord, you probably don't know you probably know what these are. Not Dash 21, but Dash 95.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, we had to hook one of those up to get the fucking number 4 and 5 motors turning to get them on, then move that bitch out of the way.
Is that just like a big ass power cart?
yes.
Think
No,
of
bleed
it
air.
like a fucking engine on a cart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Use it to jumpstart jet engines.
Yeah, basically. Then after we did that, they bumped number 4 and 5 up to 90% power while they're sitting there to jumpstart the other 6 engines. I have to say that was the coolest shit I've ever seen.
It just got
Oh, yeah.
progressively louder, and every few seconds you hear like "Duh," as a new one turns over, basically.
No, like that's the thing is this thing was actually really quiet. Like
Is
It
it one of the
got-
ones with the new engines, or they've not started that yet?
no, they haven't started that yet. This one was out of Minot. They haven't. The funny thing, we were sitting there talking to the crew because POL, our fuel guys, being typical POL dog shit as usual, we're taking forever to get a second fuel truck out to us. So we were sitting there talking, chit chatting, and whatnot, and like they showed us around the fucking plane. I got a sweet ass patch out of this.
Nice.
With another one in the mail coming to me.
Got 2 patches out of interacting with another aircrew. That's impressive.
More common than you
Fucking-
think.
Yeah, I'm just surprised you got 2.
But yeah, we were sitting there bullshitting with them, and they were like, "Yeah, we're trying to get the fuck out of here because they're expecting like 5 to 10 inches of snow at 10 o'clock Minot time, which is an hour ahead of here."
Oh man,
Mm.
so they got to get in before that.
Yeah, they literally told us, yeah, once we take off, we're literally going to throw the throttles to the floor and just haul ass. And burn.
As much
They
as a
got
B-52 can haul ass.
yeah. Well, they've also got to burn 20 to 30,000 pounds worth of fuel.
I'm
Yep.
pretty sure if you throw that thing up to Togo power, you're gonna burn that off in 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, they get to fucking do that and run all the way back home to Minot.
Yeah.
Ouch.
At least
But-
it's not. At least they're not flying all the way down to Oklahoma.
Yeah. The air crew was badass. These guys were fucking awesome, and like, I swear that plane, while it's a lot roomier than the B1, fucking hearing what it's like in the back for those guys, it was just like, oh god, that sounds horrifying.
'Cause the engines are on either side of you rather than way behind you too. And
Well-
you've got people all throughout the fuselage.
No, like all of it's pretty compacted forward. It's all forward of the fucking bomb bay.
Yeah.
But the thing was like, oh, it's 2 guys in what they jokingly call the dungeon, which are your
Radio guy?
no, one's the comm nav guy and the other is the weapons officer. And then above that they have their EW and what used to be their gunner's seat.
Yeah, because
And
they used to have
then
the
for-
remote frickin' Vulcan on the back.
Yeah, and then forward of that is the pilot and co-pilot. And they've also got like a fucking bunk rack and a spot where they can hang a hammock. I was like, holy shit, dude.
As far as an airplane goes, it's surprisingly roomy, at least for a military aircraft.
Dude, that thing has a lot of room in it, surprisingly enough.
I've certainly never been in one, but I've seen a lot of like video tours where they can show you everything except for the things that they've taped plastic over.
Yeah.
So you can see all the internals, like they showed the whole crew space. So I have actually a decent visual of that. Isn't there one of the seats becomes a toilet?
Not one of the seats, but there is a toilet.
Is it in
There's-
between two seats, or is that another aircraft?
There's two different spots. One's a pisser. That's fuck. I think that was down in the dungeon, and then there's a shitter, which they call the box of shame.
Yeah,
That
that sounds about
literally-
right.
Literally, the rule is the first person to take a shit has to empty it.
That sounds
Yep.
about right.
Ooh.
That sounds fair.
It was just entertaining talking with them though, because yeah,
Hey, it was the same on P3s. If you have to take a shit, you take a shit in a bag and you take your own shit off the bird.
Hey, look at the bright side. The P8s, they have a full-on airplane bathroom.
Yep, that's Boeing
Yeah.
engineering right there.
Yeah, well, no, that's when you say, maybe we should just take a civilian airliner and do something useful with it. Mind you, P3 is a Lockheed Electra, so it was a civilian airliner too, but from the 50s instead of the 70s.
Mhm.
We figured
Yeah,
out
but-
plumbing in between then.
Mhm.
these guys were awesome, and it was fun like doing all this shit because
Something new.
it was something new, and getting to see another aircraft like that. I looked at it all, and they were when I did get to go up to the front seat, they were explaining it, and I was just looking at all the dials and everything. I was like, I understand every dial that's up here. Like, I understand all of these just by looking.
Well, it's probably, I imagine there's a lot of parts commonality with the key systems where they can.
Well, no, a lot of it is so much more simplified compared to the B1. Whereas a lot of ours is like all glass now, where it's the MFDs and shit. Theirs
Yeah.
is still all the analog, and it's so much better because all of theirs is so much easier to read. In my opinion, at least.
Well, flying DCS with Dragar, you kind of need to see shit.
Yeah.
That, and I'm sure there's advantages over the glass with the glass displays.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Things were a
With the
little bit
gla-
more ruggedized
Yep.
when they built those things.
Was the game
Yeah.
shut down, or did I disconnect?
You
Disconnect.
disconnected.
Okay.
It's back up.
Yeah, Warlord lost connection.
Okay, I didn't even notice because I was doing two other things at once.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, I'm leaving. I'm on the way home now, so yeah.
Just
Alright,
keep it
bud.
right.
All the four of us that were part of that are fucking stoked. It's
Nice.
just one of those
It's
rare
a nice
things.
change of
that-
pace and a cool thing you get to do.
Yeah, because it's one of those things of there's technically people that do this for us, but they were like, hey, because one of the techs in the support section was a B-52 guy. They were like, hey, do you want to do this? It's from your old unit. And he was like, sure, why the fuck not? And like, while our leadership was very adamant, you're not allowed to fucking work on it. Like, you're not allowed to turn a wrench or sign anything off. We were allowed to advise and shit like that, and we didn't work on it. All we did was fucking help them refuel it and fucking launch the jet. That's all we did. But it was still the most awesome experience I've had.
Nice.
Good to hear, man.
Yeah. So I will hang up now and jump on Discord when I get home.
Yep.
Oh,
Take your
yeah.
time.
Yep, see you, bud.
Later.
Safe
Mhm.
drive.
All right. After that nice little break.
Yep.
Back to Johnny.
Yep.
And then you'll probably be the end of this this week's episode.
But yeah, so visit the monument, kind of deal with weird feelings. Doesn't really understand why there's a monument. and it's having to start to handle just all the images of all the insane things that happened during the war, which we still haven't figured out how just horrible it is. Like,
Think of all the tragedy of World War One,
yeah,
and then
just-
multiply it by 10.
and then add
Well,
dragons.
not by 10. I'd say by
2.8.
Yeah, 2.8.
Yeah,
I
and then
don't-
add
it was just a
dragons.
number I pulled out of my ass, but
Mhm.
sure.
Dragons, celestials, demons.
Just all the horrible things.
It's
Yeah.
D&D, but Modern War, aka everyone's fucked.
Yeah.
At what
Continue.
point did the fucking Skaven come in and save the day?
2:30
I mean,
p.m.
the armor was used in a different purpose. Armor was pretty much used as mobile artillery / mobile anti-magic wards. Because you could cast you could inscribe a glyph of anti-magic on a piece of armor. So tanks are actually very effective. But they're slow moving at this time period, and they're not everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as they are now, as they will be.
Yeah.
It's not until the fun period.
Even then, they're not that fast.
I mean, they can get up to the speed of some motor cars at the
Yeah.
time, so that was considered really fucking fast.
Yeah.
Like, damn, and you're like 10 times our weight. But yeah, no.
But
After
yeah,
that,
that's what
yeah,
tanks are. I've already thought of that. Like, tanks in this world are used as basically giant anti-magic zones that you can move around.
the world of giant artillery pieces too.
Yeah.
That's some fun images. But yeah,
Oh yeah, the Gustavs.
but yeah. After
But,
that, then Johnny just takes another tram down to Long Island and starts making his way. Starts making his way to the Tesla estate. Past, you said he was guarded by Titans. I'm imagining it's like a section of the island, and there's just these
the
two
closer,
Titans.
all right, so here, let me describe it for you. The closer you get to the Tesla like main labs, you do see more of your people. Like, as you start getting closer, like you do see some regular humans and other races and stuff like that, but everybody's a little bit more scientific looking at this point. Like,
We
the
got lab
Tesla
coats
state
on.
covers a lot more area than you would actually think. It's more like think of a college campus.
I was thinking it was like, if I bring up a map of Long Island, so like, where you have like, or like where the Hamptons officially start, which is usually like where you take West Hampton, like
Mhm.
right past the preserves. I was gonna say basically all that area.
Yeah,
Like literally, the Hamptons is the Tesla estate.
we'll go with that. Yep, it's it is guarded by Titans, which aren't like gigantic, but they're like,
They're like sentinels on a road.
yeah. Think of an Imperial Knight from 40K. They're that big, so about 30 feet tall. In fact, they actually look like Imperial Knights from 40K.
Actually, yeah, they do. Oh,
They're,
they really got the fucking inspiration.
40K ripped off a lot of people's stuff.
Yeah, I was like, is that where they got the
They're
inspiration?
a little bit more machinish looking. They're not like, guns and everything else posed all over them. They're just giant machines. You do see some civilian model Warforged on the same tram with you. Like one who's got it looks like you can guess he probably has a busted piston from the sounds he's making. And it's oddly silent. They're Other than the humans who are speaking or the humans as in, non-metallic people on the train who are actually speaking.
Organics.
Yeah, the organics.
Meat bags.
You guys don't speak. You're all in just your own little your own little worlds at this point. It's you feel a little bit more secure being around other Warforged.
Well, I don't find organics a threat. At least as
Yeah.
far as I know.
No, but there is a
Say
sense of there is a sense of communion being around
yeah, the same.
other automatons. There is well, it's not just like, oh, I'm around my own people type of thing. It's more like they understand things on a level that organics don't, and there's a oneness about that.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do the whole. Yeah, that's right.
Collective, yeah, the collective intelligence.
Almost forgot about that.
Well, there's like being around others, like you make eye contact with a couple of them, and they all just look back at you, and there's just like,
What? Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
no, it's like an unspoken signal of electrical RF that travels between you, and it's basically
Okay.
you exchange designations, and that's basically a Warforged greeting. The closest
Okay.
equivalent I could say it would be like it's like putting off an IFF signal.
Okay, I was about to say it's like
Yeah. It's your version of a handshake.
It's NFC where you tap the phones and now you get the contact information.
Yep.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, kill, kind of like that, except all in electromagnetic signaling.
All right. Well, okay.
It's almost Geth-like.
No, bring back the guy.
Okay. All right.
But
Well,
it's not something an organic could perceive.
yeah. Except Tesla.
Well, even he's like I said, like
Well, I don't
outside a
know how
game,
far
he
we. How
doesn't know
far we.
exactly what he's created.
Yeah, like I don't know how far we're pushing it. Maybe he does start to understand and is confused. I don't know.
He
That
is
would
at the
fit.
later points. He's starting to understand a bit more, but he doesn't understand fully exactly what he's done. It's like it's basically Pandora's box. Once you opened it,
You
you
ain't
didn't
closing
know.
that.
Yeah, it's a door you open that honestly this world should probably have never had opened in the first place. Because I am very much under the school of the organic mind will have very little in common with the synthetic mind, even if it is based upon us. We can only hope that it is benevolent. And so far, you guys are benevolent.
There's like a collective.
So how long do
Like-
we end up in an iRobot situation?
20 years.
So far, like they're not that intelligent. Or they're not that much of a hive mind. There's no overarching machine that controls all of their
Yeah,
intelligences.
they can't. I don't know
There's
the.
no
They are
fabricator
they are
general yet.
exactly, yeah. They are all individuals. But they don't have that much power.
They said
Some of them are,
almost.
yes, capable of devastation on a wide scale, but they're not like they are not rivaling organic life.
They said they're basically like they were like semi-slave race in a way.
Yeah. But then after the first one of you asked, like,
Does this
the
unit
first one
have
of
a
you,
soul?
yeah, kind of like that. It's like when, and then more and more of you started to, like I said, Tesla
If
wasn't exactly sure what he
it's
created.
it's pretty much the same deal with the effect what the Koreans did with the Gap.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
why I was quoting
It is
Legion.
yeah. Does this unit have a soul?
I thought it was
Yeah.
is this unit alive?
The question was, does this unit have a soul?
Yeah, and then that was the big thing where they were like, where'd you learn about the soul? How do you know what a soul is?
Yeah.
How do you even comprehend what a soul is? Wait, no the fuck, we gotta turn these things off right now.
Or Johnny
And
says
then
it
if you
and points
play
to
your cards
kill.
right, Tally says yes, and Legion dies, and the whole of both fleets kind of stop fighting. Hooray!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 3 is a better game than people think just because its ending is bad.
Well, most people will
If it
agree
didn't have
that
the
Mass
ending, it'd
Effect
be a
3
lot
is
better.
amazing up until the last
Yeah,
mission.
up until the last bit.
When
I
you
like
play
the
Mass
modded.
Effect 3 as a game in the context of the whole series, especially if you play them all back to back, it feels okay. If you
Yeah.
play with the better ending mod too.
Yeah, that's true.
The one where fucking Joker literally says, "Yeah, let's get Shepard the fuck out of there."
Uh-huh.
Again, it doesn't cost much to make what is his name? Seth Green say something.
It doesn't.
Plus, he didn't use a voice for it, so you could just literally grab him from anywhere and turn it into Joker lines. It's literally just Seth Green in the cockpit. Anyway,
It is very much.
sorry
No,
for
no, you're good.
derailing with
Like
Mass
it is
Effect.
there's a lot of parallels to be played here.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you arrive at the Tesla estate, and it's very much it's like almost a college campus. It's more academia, except more of an engineering academia, like MIT, essentially.
Yeah, to say, are you
It's
like
MIT before MIT. There's a lot of
Does Johnny dream of electric sheep?
well, Johnny doesn't
Oh
sleep.
no, you need to ask Johnny that question. I can't say what Johnny does. I'm just giving Johnny some context for his setting to help flesh him out a bit more through the act of narration of the story, which I like to do, and I like this. You arrive at the lab and you walk to pretty much you get into almost a line on instinct with other Warforged who are there also for just like routine tune-ups and observations. There are like a group of Arcanists who are all just kind of like they're sitting there. You look ahead of you and you just see it's pretty much it's almost like a factory assembly line. They like screen every single one. They look at your serial number, which you could say where your serial number is hidden.
Hmm.
But these are because these are basically acolytes of the creator is the easiest way I can kind of reference to your mind. They're trusted a lot more than others are with things about you.
Hello.
Hello, hey,
Hey
Gabe.
Gabe,
Hey, how y'all doing?
we're good. Not to sound standoffish, just in the middle of a campaign.
Oh yeah, can someone?
Oh,
Yeah. And it becomes up to your turn, and you're now standing in front of uh a female elf.
okay.
She's like, unit designation?
Oh God, I fucking remember. Didn't make a goddamn note. What did we choose it as? We chose Johnny Inc. for a reason.
Mhm.
For like a
What's your
reason.
serial number?
Like
I think you were general infantry combat model something.
Combat Mel 69.
No, it's a little bit more. Because
Relevant.
that's where you got the Johnny part was general infantry.
Well, actually, no. I remember what we did was we took mine, like KJIXE,
Yeah.
and we took the JI and we used the phonetics of War One.
Yeah.
Nah, I remember.
All right. So yeah, go with that.
Yep. KJIXE.
All right. 1 second, please. And she pulls out a little device, and it's kind of like a crystal ball, except it's set more into a gauntlet. And she starts scrolling through it, almost like a Fallout
Damn.
Good boy.
fucking wrist boy.
Wow.
Pip
Damn.
boy,
You're going.
Pip boy.
You're going with some pretty fancy ass shit.
Well, it's
Ah,
Tesla.
This is Tesla.
Okay. Oh, all right. I see. Um. Any problems?
Severe damage in my last assignment.
All
Also,
right.
I haven't.
You
I have info.
are no longer assigned to combat administrations. Oh, classified. Okay. That's all right. Um, okay. I've got your design specs right here. Let me know of any other. We'll go ahead and schedule you for a. You said damage inquired in your last assignment, correct?
Yes.
All right. I'll assign you to heavy maintenance ward. Um, yeah, and that should be all. Let me get a quick scan so we can get a more accurate diagnostics. And you watch as she holds up the gauntlet to you. All right. Okay.
Got a fucking
Um,
Omni tool.
I'm just waiting for it to
you
like jam a
are
USB inside of its head.
okay. Unfortunately, we can't take care of it with basic mending. Um, any problems with your processor?
Not at the current moment.
Okay. All right then. All right, if you'll head down there, you'll be going to heavy maintenance and enjoy your day. Tesla be with you.
Oh my god, he's a religion.
Praise to the
And I nod
Omnissiah.
to her and I head to wherever she pointed.
Yeah. You already know where to go. You've been here before. Like
Yeah.
it's
But I don't
program
know where.
it's like a memory you've never had, but you know it immediately. Yeah, it's base programming routine for you.
Yep.
Like when she starts saying you need to go here for this, you're just like, all right, data
Waze
loaded,
pops
and
up.
I walk here.
With the GPS.
Yeah, Waze
Yeah.
pops up. Turn left at the door.
Pretty much, yeah.
In
like-
20 feet, left turn.
Fast.
And you come to the heavy maintenance ward. There's a couple of other more heavy maintenance robots or heavy maintenance automatons here, more like construction automatons. You can recognize a lot of them are like factory models. They're designed to work in like assembly lines and stuff like that. One of them you notice has more than what would be like a routine like factory damage.
Like, I'm imagining factory damage is severances, tears.
Mm-hmm.
Problems.
This one looks like it's been beaten almost.
Hmm. Well, I stare that one down, but I know where I have to go.
Oh, he's in the same. You're in the same area.
Oh, it's like a waiting area, or
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay.
It's more like it's like a line. He's like in front of you in line.
You're
Or
in
it
line at the
is in
ER,
front.
dude.
Yeah.
Hmm. Do I
Are you gonna
notice
make
any?
comment?
I
Yeah.
mean, not.
You can open up an inquiry.
Hmm.
You are capable of doing that. You can just inquire him.
This thing. Actually, yes. I'll add. I ask the model, what is your place of employ?
And you watch as its head just kind of flips around to you. And you notice its like face is kind of broken as well. Like now you're getting a more like a look at its face. It's like heavily damaged. Like one of its eyes is actually like blackened. Like the normal light that's behind your eyes is not apparent in one of its.
Hmm.
This unit is labor model. City construction.
Hmm. Why is your damage so severe?
Organics took offense to this one's presence at place of designation. Question for unit.
Inquire open.
Questioning. Was this unit also damaged by organics?
Affirmative. Active combat scenarios.
Inquiry. Is
Inquire.
unit also hated by organics?
Unknown.
Remorse. This unit did nothing to deserve this. Inquiry?
Hmm.
Why does unit have to suffer damage?
Unknown.
Inquiry. Is this what existence is?
Oh. Johnny gives a fairly long pause to that. Unknown. And looks away from the worker bot.
It cocks its head at you and then turns around. All right, next up. And there's a group of dwarves and a human.
Swaps.
Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, apparently this one got caught in a riot. I swear. They don't really deserve this, do they? I mean, what do you expect? My brother lost one of his jobs to these things. Hey, they're more than things. But are they really, though? I understand what Mr. Tesla was doing, but sometimes I wonder if they should have even made these things. Jesus Christ. Don't worry, guy. We'll get you fixed back up and we'll submit a complaint to your employer. This is beyond necessary. Ugh. All right. Unit, you'll have to stay with us for a while. Affirmative. Will this one be able to return to duties? Not for a little while. You're gonna need a little bit more of an overhaul. Go ahead and go into long-term storage operations, and we'll have you back up soon. Affirmative. This one will comply. All right, and then you watch as they kind of put him onto a slab and have him moved off. All right, next up, and that's your turn.
All right. Johnny gets up.
All
Actually,
right.
no. I'm gonna say I was. I'm gonna say I was never sitting down.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
don't really need to sit down.
Yeah.
You'll just stand up. It's not like you'd ever get tired from standing.
Nope.
And it's like you walk in, and it's kind of like honestly like a the harness for a the power armor in Fallout.
It's just like a
Oh.
full-on frame.
Like
Yeah.
fucking like a
Like they're gonna pull you apart, but it's not gonna hurt.
yeah,
'cause
like
you're
a
robot.
fucking cage.
Yep. Yeah. Kind of like an engine fucking
Hoist.
hoist. Yes, thank you. But it's more for like a stand-up thing where they can kind of like open you up and stuff like that.
There's a specific
Oh,
Are you
thing.
still
I'm
wearing
trying to,
your
like,
coat and everything?
Huh?
Are you still wearing your coat?
Yeah,
Okay.
the work
All
uniform,
right.
quote unquote.
You watch as the dwarf, he comes up and he's got a couple of goggles on, and he's like, "All right, wow, you're a fancy one. All right, let's see." And you watch as he pulls out. He has the same little gauntlet on, and starts moving it over the crystal. Oh, okay. Oh, combat model. Well, we don't see many of your kind around anymore. I'm surprised you made it through. And classified. All right. Well, whoever is employing you, they don't want a lot of people knowing what's going on with you. All right, but that's all right. It's not my place to question, just my place to repair. My job to repair. Hey, Billy. Yeah, we got a combat model over here. For real? Which one? The KJ model. Oh man, those things are. I thought they were all destroyed. Not this one apparently. Wow, you're not wrong. And wait, classified? Who the hell would classify a KJ model? They're outdated. Hey, it's right there. It's not like it really cares about what we're saying. Still, it's impolite. Whatever. All right, unit. We're gonna need you to take off the apparel.
Understood. And I take off the coat and all the wonderful bits and bobs.
Yeah, and you're pretty much back at base model. You're basically just you, no clothes. Um, and the dwarf is like, he's kind of nicer than the human is. He's like, okay, all right, you know what? I'll fold these and set these right here for you. Doesn't look like you're too damaged, but you're beyond a basic mending. So we'll leave them right here. You can have them as soon as you're done here. Do you understand?
Understood.
All right. Well then, let's see what happened here. Yeah, few dings. We can buff that right out. Hey Billy, can I get the torch and a hammer? We're gonna have to replace this chest, Cassie. Oh, right? And after a few hours of work, they kind of get your stuff hammered back out, and you're looking a little bit better. They used a couple of things. They kind of machine you a couple of new parts that were a little bit dinged up from the fight. It's not like you were suffering any internal damage. Like you notice even amongst yourself, like once your outer chassis comes off, your inner mechanics are fine. But
Yeah.
it was your outer shell that had taken some dings and stuff like that. It's just
after two scenarios back to back.
Yeah, you were suffering some puncture areas, some severe dents and things like that.
They wouldn't hold up a third.
Yeah.
I was not a third of that severity.
Narratively, you're fine and in perfect health, but your surface level damage is a little bit.
I work for the Force. I have to be presentable.
Exactly. And they're like, all right, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and get this bolted back in. All right. All right, you're good as new, and the dwarf hands you your clothes. Any other complaints? Operational diagnostic problems?
No.
All right.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. All right. KJ model, do you need any chargings before you leave?
I would like to be topped off, yes.
All right. There's a charging station on campus not far from here. Your navigation should bring it up for you, but you are good for the day. Try not to get too badly dinged up out there.
Heard. And thank you.
You're welcome. All right. And with that, you go to your charging station and charge. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Not that I can think of. Just gotta prepare for tomorrow.
All right. And then we close the scene on Johnny. Kill, you're sitting at home with your wife, and y'all are just kind of sitting around the it's evening time at this point, and you're sitting around the fire. And then suddenly you hear a crash through the window.
Kill gets up almost instantly the second that sounded.
And you go to the front room window, and there's a shattered glass in your living room, and there's a brick
Classic.
with a piece of paper wrapped around it.
I'm more impressed the piece of paper stayed on the brick.
Yeah, it's a little bit of scene magic there.
Mm-hmm.
The hand of God guided this brick.
Gil takes out the paper. Does it have any addresses before he opens it? Does it have like any writing on the face of it before he opens up the piece of paper?
Nope.
Okay, he opens it. But he does get out the eyesight of the window before he does.
And all it says on the letter or on the paper is "Found you, brother." And with that, we'll close the session.
Da-da-da.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, sorry for the little bit of darkness towards the end.
That was
That's
only
a no
a
here.
I
You-
thought
you-
we were gonna leave on at least like a happy-ish note, like, oh, Tesla State, oh, pretty.
No, it wasn't happy.
No,
Hey,
we
I
started
told you,
with fucking.
automatons are not very well liked by
Hell
everybody.
nay.
It's a robot
At
going
least a
through an
more like
existential
mellow,
crisis.
like maybe more like monotone note.
Yeah,
Not
I
fucking.
Yeah, War, I messaged you midway through, like, you've combined a Geth and an Elcor, and it's just made me sad.
Even I was starting to feel a little bit kind of depressed when I was acting him out. I was like, "Holy shit, this is getting darker. What the fuck?"
But you had to commit to the act because you'd started it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of this D&D session. Check out next time on Friday. A little bit before this time, since we got off a little later than I think we were. But come back next time for more of the scenes, more of the lulls, more of the drama. That is all for now. Just a long shot, signing off.